Good afternoon, and thank you very much for tuning in to another meeting of the Autism Parents Are Tired Club. This club has been made because autism parents have a lot of things that we have on our chest that we would like to be able to talk about. There are going to be things that you guys, out there who are not autism parents and caregivers will not understand. And I am here to help open up those lines of communication. We are here to educate and celebrate and vent if we need to because we are tired. Thank you to the ones that have decided to come on and become members of the Autism Parents Are Tired Club. And it looks like their names are Carlotta, Alexandria, Jordan. Welcome. Welcome, Fried Peaches. I love fried peaches, so I love the name. TR Champ. We thank you guys for coming in and deciding to sign up for the long haul because autism is a long haul. There were no minutes taken yesterday because I am the only one doing this, so I have no minutes. But if y'all remember what happened yesterday and what the meeting was about, just always recognize we just tired. So today's meeting revolves around some more comments that we have. And one is I had to take a minute for a call from my husband, but we will move on. So in the meeting today, one of our members mentions that autism parents are tired of stating and explaining how and why parenting autism spectrum disorder kids isn't easy. It is absolutely not easy, especially trying to explain why autism kids are the way that they are. We do not have all the answers. We are learning as we go along, and it is a very tiring situation to have to try to explain ourselves over and over and over again. We get it. You don't know what you don't know. However, it is tiring, and there is nothing easy about raising children on the spectrum. We know that it is not easy at times to raise non-neurodivergent kids. So just imagine how hard it is on us to raise a child on the spectrum. Alexandria, thank you for sharing how tired you are, especially with twins that have autism. They are only 2 and your journey is just beginning. We hear you, Mama, and we hear you, Dad. We understand. Trust us. The next part of this meeting talks about how autism parents are tired of our kids being compared to non-neurodivergent kids their age. I have a 16-year-old who is on the spectrum and a 13-year-old who is on the spectrum. They are not the same as kids that are not on the spectrum. It is already a challenge enough for us to have to help our kids navigate this life. Now add on the fact that they do have autism and they're teenagers, and it's a whole lot going on. My child isn't the same as your child. Boys will not always be boys when it's time for play and roughhouse and everything else like that. My son doesn't roughhouse. It's not in his nature. My daughter loves to be a girly girl. She is 16 years old. She still loves to play with dolls and things. When we know full well there's a lot of 16-year-old girls out here that have cute little boyfriends and like to go to malls and everything else like that. My daughter isn't set up that way. It doesn't bother her, so it doesn't matter to us. But for some reason, people still want to put our kids in the same pool as everyone else's. They are not the same. We are not the same. Lastly, on the meeting list is autism parents are tired of people suggesting that discipline is all they need to do better. Okay, so if that's really the way that you feel, I guess I can understand. Every child needs some type of discipline, right? Probably. But guess what? Let's put it like this. If you were at your job and you were doing the best that you can, but everything wasn't clicking correctly and on par with what the job wants you to do you think that it's okay that the job big boss takes off his belt and whoops your ass? Do you think that that's okay? There will be nothing okay about it. We autism parents cannot go around and just popping our kids every single time they have a meltdown or they don't completely listen or they go completely quiet. That may have worked back in the day. Actually, it didn't, because a lot of those kids that had autism spectrum disorder, you know, for the ones where the parents did not take them to the doctor so that they can get it figured out, are now adults with autism spectrum disorder. And now they are probably feeling, yeah, well, just understand how they feel after getting their behinds whooped and torn up all the time for something that they didn't do. Just like in yesterday's meeting minutes, we talked about how autism spectrum disorder is not a disease and they will have this for lifelong. It is not to say that I do not discipline my children. I do, especially when the kids know what they are doing is absolutely wrong. When they have given themselves enough rope to go out there and go a little bit further out on that limb, when they know exactly what's happening, yes, they get disciplined. But we cannot pull a belt out every single time. It's not right. It's not fair to them. And not for nothing, it would be so tiring on us because that means we would have to pop them 24/7. That's it. Well, I want to thank you very much for coming into another meeting of the Autism Parents Are Tired Club. I am your dope autism mama, Miss P. I am tired, but we will work on it together. I hope to see you in another meeting. Bye. Ciao.